Owens. He's an amazing rancher and has a ton of things he does. He's an auctioneer. He's an animal, what did you say?
Coordinator.
Animal coordinator, stuntman for movies, some of the movies you probably have seen. And it's really cool to be able to have an opportunity just to interview him and talk to him a little bit about how he's successful, because it's not easy being successful, especially in the production world and ranching and all of it.
It's super tough, and I'm super blessed. I mean, I'm a God-fearing, faith-based kind of person, so I'm gonna have to credit that guy first. But I've just been really lucky the way we got into it. I grew up in West Texas, a single mom, nurse, and all my family's medical. And she bought a little piece of land, a very, really small town in remote West Texas, and she didn't want me to fall into kind of a drug town or whatever. So she bought this little piece of land and a pony.
Oh, wow.
And that's kind of how I fell into it and fell in love with that kind of lifestyle. And I used to go help my neighbors that would come to the church where we were at, that were big ranchers or whatever, and realize that I wanted to be a cowboy more than anything else. And I also learned that was probably the hardest, most unforgiving, underpaid, way to try to survive in life.
And start buying land and trying to, I mean, all of it's not easy.
It's tough. It's really tough, especially out where I'm at in West Texas. It's a hard place to make a living. It's really remote. The closest town is 100 miles away. You kind of have to be a jack of all trades. I went in the 4-H club and FFA, and a guy sought me out when I was graduating high school, and he told me that he thought I'd make a good auctioneer, and he thought I had the development of somebody that could be in some kind of a leadership role or whatever. And that's sort of how I kind of fell into the auctioneer thing, and then fell into the movie world too. We traded horses. I learned how to be a horse trader. I learned the worst trade you can learn.
That's real tough.
But so that's just kind of how it all came in together. And I got really lucky. This guy that I had sold some horses to, he got in a movie or a reality show, actually. He called and said he needs some horses. So I put a load of horses together for him, sold them to him. And then he asked me if I'd stick around and teach these actors how to ride for a couple of weeks. And everything was slow, and the market had fallen. The cattle market was bad. Horse market was bad.
It's like every market, no matter what industry you're in, you go through these ebbs and flows. And you got to be gritty to get through it.
You got to be tough. You got to be really tough.
You got to be thinking about you can't just sit back. You didn't sit in your house and hope for someone to call you up.
No. You've got to get out and hustle, and it's tough.
So tell us a little bit about being a stuntman and what it feels like on set. Is it what is that adrenaline? Is it like an adrenaline rush? Is it like nerve-wracking? What is it like?
It's always an adrenaline. I mean, to work in the film business, it's sort of like being in a carnival, being a carny. I love waking up in the morning and going to work. I've never not woke up and said, oh man, I don't want to go to work today. I love going to work. What we do is a rush. It's tough, and we have a lot of guys working for us. But when we get to do a stunt, and mainly our stunts are all cowboy horse related, wagon related. Get to do some fight stuff sometimes, and some falls or whatever, maybe some burns. But it's always a high. It's an adrenaline rush until the 5th time you have to do it. The 5th time you got to fall off that horse, or the director comes up and says, "You got another one in you." You never say no. We've working on Yellowstone. I'm lucky enough to double a couple guys in the barn and in the bunkhouse. So, but after 7 years, they've all gotten to be pretty good riders. So, not going to do as much as we used to. But it is. It's it's a high.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun watching. It's funny. We watched Yellowstone the first time, second, third, fourth time. How many times we watched it in 1883, and to know you're in it, it makes it even more fun to know that this guy did this. I'm like it must be him in there.
Well, all of our stuff, it's usually really fast, so you got to be on slow motion or
you never see you, but you that has to be you or some guy doing it.
It's kind of fun. So I got a little part this year on Yellowstone. It comes out in November, and it's really funny for me to have to look into the camera, and deliver lines when I'm so used to hiding my face and trying to imitate what the actor is doing, as far as riding or driving a wagon or whatever. If there were just one thing, to help people is my favorite thing in the world, and to watch somebody be successful or succeed, even if it's just learning to ride. If it's just like teaching an actor to ride, just to watch success happen. If it's, teaching a baby how to jump off a step, or it's an actor to ride or drive a wagon, or doing helping somebody do a big stunt, or just encouraging somebody that's just, this success has so many different, it's a big ball of twine. And
I think there's
that's,
a lot to be said for like in business, when people, there's people that have been in it longer. I was watching, I can't remember who it was right now. I was watching a cowboy talking about how someone may have a better horse, or someone may have a better more experience, but if you put your own energy into what you're doing, whether it's being stunts or movies or like your craft or ranching, if you do that, then you're going to, all you can look in the mirror and say, I did my best.
yeah, well, I think that's the most important thing too. At the end of the day, if you didn't give it your best, then you should have tried in the first place. And that's something that I think is instilled in growing up in a Western world, in a cowboy world, because they make you do your best. My first job on a movie set, was picking up horse shit.
Yep.
My first job. And I sent all of my clothes to the cleaners because I wanted to be the best dressed, I was the fastest guy to pick up horse shit. And if there was somebody else picking up horse shit, I was going to beat them to that pile, to get that pile first, because I wanted to know I had a start shirt on, even though I was picking up horse shit. They were going to remember me for some reason.
Yeah.
And they're like, that guy's really clean for a horse pooper, picker upper, whatever. But true words right there. You got to stand out.
Yeah.
You got to send your clothes to the cleaners to pick up horse poop.
That's I like that. I think we're going to end on that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's been a
Appreciate
pleasure. Good
it.
luck. Nice meeting you guys. Have a lot of fun out there.
Thank you.